What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So Shakur Stevenson. Um, yeah, man, this young man is confusing me right now. After that terrible performance he put on against Edwin De Los Santos, first he wasn't making no excuses, then he is, then he's not. I'm not making no excuses. Then you start naming excuses, then you're not again. Then then your hand was hurt. Then he wasn't feeling well. Then he putting up old clips of Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford comparing the criticism they faced to him. Then it's the media trash. The media don't know nothing about boxing. I'm not gonna say we because I'm not on a national media scale. I'm just a YouTuber, right? But yeah, then he's saying the media don't know nothing about boxing. All of that, bro. Knock it off. And I really feel like he's being disingenuous when he put up old clips of Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford fights, comparing the criticism they face. If anything, man, especially Floyd Mayweather Jr., and I'm going to say Terrence Crawford too, when they make you miss, they're going to make you pay. Shakur Stevenson was in there making Edwin De Los Santos miss and not capitalizing off of it. Nobody wants to see a boxing match where a dude is averaging 6 landed punches per round. Who want to see that? Nobody. I don't care how defensively special you are. You gonna make a person miss, you gotta make them pay. All that just making them miss and then landing like 5 jabs in a round, that's terrible. That is terrible. And the thing that I'm noticing now is all the people, you remember when Shakur Stevenson called out Devin Haney and said Devin Haney lost the fight to Lomachenko and Lomachenko won that fight. He won that fight. He got robbed. Lomachenko was robbed. He ain't win that fight. Devin didn't win that fight. Lomachenko won. He was robbed. All of that. When he did all of that, all the Lomachenko fans was caping for Shakur, clapping it up for him, giving him all praises like he was the most high, telling him he was the truth. He was the better fighter than Devin Haney, how they really loved him. They can't wait to see him in the ring. They adore him. They admire him. All that fake-ass false praise they was giving him, right? Now, them same fans are calling Shakur trash, calling him boring, calling him all type of names, calling him the biggest runner in the world, clowning him out. Shakur, where them people at that was loving you then? Because that's what you was doing. You was trying to gain a fan base by getting in that ring after Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight and saying that, oh, Lomachenko really won and he got robbed. You know boxing too well to know that fight was razor thin close and it went either way. If any of the fighters won, it wouldn't have been a robbery. But you wanted to call it a robbery and play on the emotions of the fans because you knew that probably would gain you some fandom and it would put people on your side and it would make you, possibly you was trying to get the Lomachenko fans to be on your side and increase your star power. But you see that shit didn't work, okay? You did all that to gain a fan base that don't fuck with you in the first place. Because after this performance you just had, they clowning you out, trashing you, calling you every name in the book, telling you how terrible you are, right? But Shakur won a fan base because he knows his style is not fan-friendly, especially when he going against a fighter that has power, that has pop. It's not fan-friendly. That's why Shakur trying to be a Boricua now. That's why he's trying to identify as a Boricua now. Right? Ain't that what they call Puerto Ricans, Boricua? That's why he's trying to identify as that now, right? Because he throwing up the Puerto Rican flag, all of that. Now, Shakur been a brother to all the way through, but now you want to identify to a Latin fan base, to a Hispanic fan base in order to get more popularity. Now, one can argue, yes, Shakur Stevenson's father is Puerto Rican. He is. He wasn't raised Puerto Rican though, but anyway, and I ain't never seen him try to identify that this much until you trying to gain a fan base for sure. Now, your father Puerto Rican, go ahead, rep Puerto Rico, all right, whatever, right? But I feel like he doing that to try to gain a fan base, not because he genuinely is like, oh, I'm identifying with Puerto Rican culture for real, right? But anyway, he doing all of that. Like I say, he was trying to call Devin Haney. His fight was a robbery and all of that because he's trying to gain a fan base because he know how he gonna look when he get in the ring with somebody that can crack. He in the ring against Edwin De Los Santos, jumping back like a knife got pulled on him, like Edwin De Los Santos pulled out a switchblade on his ass and he jumping back. I say, yo, what? Like for real. And this is what I noticed too. The ESPN commentary was so damn biased for him. When especially Tim Bradley, his voice is so grating, it's annoying. It's annoying. But one thing I noticed, if Shakur don't throw punches, he controlling the fight. He controlling the fight if he don't throw punches. But if another fighter don't throw punches, he's scared to throw, he gun shy, all of that. Like, Tim Bradley trying to make all excuses in the book for Shakur. He would have clowned out Tank Davis if Tank had a performance like that. He would have clowned Devin Haney if he had a performance like that. All them ESPN dudes, they all gonna cape for all the ESPN guys over there. All of them. You know, especially you put Andre Ward and Tim Bradley on the commentary. Oh, Shakur can look however he want to look. They're going to make excuses for it. They're going to throw in a cape for him. But that was not a great performance. It was not good at all. And listen, I'm a fan of Shakur's fighting ability. I think he's a great young talent. I think he has a lot of specialness in him, right? I believe there was a reason that, you know, people look at him as like a guy of the ilk of, you know, in the ilk of Tank, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. That's why they mention him, right? Because he's a special kid. But I think when he get in the ring with somebody that can crack, he is afraid to throw a lot because he feel like he's going to get hit with something vicious, countered with something vicious, I might add, even with the defense. Because y'all can talk all y'all want to talk about, oh, Tank got power, but he going to have to hit Shakur. Shakur can be hit. And Tank is a guy to hit, is a guy to hit Shakur and hit him cleanly. Okay? Tank is not just a brawler. I know people got that, you know, all that misconstrued, like he's just a brawler because he got power. No. He can throw punches, he can crack for sure, and no, but he can throw calculated punches. He throws punches at the right time. He's not a wild guy that just throws looping punches all around. He's very precise, very accurate, very clean punches. And I'm telling you, he can time Shakur. And I think if he hits Shakur vicious, I don't think Shakur can handle it. I don't. And I'm looking at how he was fighting Edwin De Los Santos. I see it going the same way. He gonna try to fight Tank the same way. But Tank is going to make him open up. Pause. He is. And he's going to land something and Shakur ain't going to know what to do. But yeah, like I just think Shakur getting mad at everybody for calling him out. Bro, you had a bad performance. You said it yourself. People are going to talk about it. You're in a position to receive scrutiny. You're an athlete. People are going to scrutinize you. You're going to like, listen, talk to LeBron James. Right? He gets scrutinized unfairly to me a lot. But I think the criticisms of Shakur were fair to me. Honestly, because you were making him miss but wasn't making him pay. I don't care if you win in all the rounds of the fight. If the shit is boring, it is what it is, bro. If it's not a great... that's a horror. His performance against Edwin De Los Santos. I'm trying to get my father back into boxing. I can't show that shit to my dad and say this boxing up today. Right? Now, granted, I know a lot of the older generation like rock'em sock'em robots, and that shit is terrible for the sport. Just me hit you in the head, you hit me in the head. Me hit you in the head, I hit you in the head, you hit me in the head. That shit is terrible. But you can capitalize on dudes' mistakes way better than that. You can land better shots way better. You can land shots at a higher rate than that. You can land power shots at a higher rate than that. You can do way better damage than that. That shit right there is horrible. That's a horrible product to put on TV, and that's why Bob Arum had him on Thursday night and not on a Saturday night. Because that shit right there, look how they look. It's terrible. This is a dude that's not even like this is supposed to be a guy it's supposed to be a showcase fight for Shakur to show the world what he's made of, and look what happened. Look at that. And again, it's all these stuff. Oh, this was happening. I'm sick, and the hand was hurt. I'm not making no excuses. I'm not gonna make no excuses. Did you making them? Which one is it, Shakur? Which one? But I want to know, where them dudes that was riding for you, calling you the greatest thing since sliced bread when you said Lomachenko was robbed against Devin Haney. Where they at? They know where to be found because they don't fuck with you in the first place, and they were only doing that because you went out there and stuck your neck out and went out your way to say that Loma was robbed, and that was the narrative they were running with, and that's the narrative they wanted people to hear, and you regurgitated that so they were like loving you and kissing your feet. When I knew they didn't rock with you in the first place. They don't like you, Shakur. Of course they don't. They calling you a Mayweather runner, which I don't like that with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather capitalized on people missing. Ask Canelo Alvarez. Look at how Canelo look. Look what he did to Canelo Alvarez. Whooped Canelo so single-handedly. That's the best one-sided whooping Canelo I've ever seen Canelo receive. I don't care at what point he was in his career. Who gives a fuck? Because he was so young. Muhammad Ali won heavyweight championship at 22 years old. He was young as hell. And capitalized on it and beat Sonny Liston. So don't come at me. Don't come to me with that shit right there. But yeah, man, like, yeah, like, boy, this type of stuff, you got to put on a better performance than this. Because you talk all that shit he talk, all crazy talk, all this gorilla talk you talk. When you get in the ring, you ain't no gorilla. You ain't no gorilla, you get in the ring. And when the dude throwing some gorilla punches at you, you jumping back and moving back like he pulled out a damn knife on you. And you scared to really fight. You just want to stay on the outside pot shot a little bit. You don't want to fight. When it's time to fight, he ain't gonna fight with a dude that like to throw that wood. He not gonna do that. So all that tough Tony crazy talk. And again, people gonna say Floyd Mayweather didn't, but I seen Floyd be right there for dudes. Make him miss and capitalize and counter him to death and hit him with all type of, hit him with the pull counter, hit him with the hooks, uppercuts, hit him jab to the stomach, every type of thing possible, every move you can think of he used to do. Check left hook like he did with Ricky Hatton. All of that. Shakur not doing none of that. He wasn't. So, yeah, all that crazy talk, you talking like you the biggest gorilla on the block and you this and that. You have to show dudes. They think that shit's sweet now because how you looked in this performance. So yeah, Devin Haney gonna call you out and Ryan Garcia gonna call you out and clown you out. They clowning you. Yeah, Boston Media gonna tell you it's the most boring fight, one of the most boring fights they've ever seen. Because we've seen some great fights over the time. This was not one of them. It was supposed to be a fight where you were going to put on a performance, a big show. I would say, man, give Edwin De Los Santos a rematch, but we know Shakur ain't gonna do that. He not gonna do that. He gonna go on and go to a bigger fight. But hey, if you don't be in there looking like you scared to get hit by them other dudes either. Don't do that. Like when I say, I'm not saying you supposed to just stand there and take the shot. Jumping back and not even trying to go and fight, not trying to land nothing vicious, not trying to engage. He wasn't trying to engage with a dude that could crack at all. And people gonna see that and smell blood in the water, especially Gervonta Davis because he's the power puncher. They gonna capitalize off that, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.